through,
I'm
as
sorry.
opposed to just,
Go on.
no problem, as opposed to just going through, move on with the day. The idea that I'm special, okay? And it's uplifting. And the more, I'd say, the more we think about it, the more we have positive affirmations, it does us good. It's positive. There's nothing wrong with think, lifting yourself up spiritually.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Uh, Anybody else care to share if you did, or if you didn't, that's not a problem, but we're trying. Anybody else have any comments to share?
Um, I I routinely do that, and I just wanted to say that it does take conscious work. Um, we were taught that by our pastor some years ago, and in the beginning, it is foreign to you, but then over time, it becomes second place, especially if you're stressed out about something. That's a moment to pause and say, wait a minute, I am more than a conqueror in this situation, and just quote scripture that speaks to that situation. And as someone who believes in science, I know it's connected to the brain because when you speak positive affirmations to yourself, your brain rewires itself and brings that calm and erases that anxiety.
Beautiful. So you already have the experience that we're trying to suggest that we might take out to the group. And that makes you even more valuable than myself and everybody. And I don't know about everybody else. I can't speak to everybody else, but it certainly make your position more valuable because you've been doing this through your life at different times when needed, and you understand the value of that. So that's great. We got a new person just joined in. If you will, acknowledge yourself. You got a code of 2209116. Hello. Could you unmute yourself, please?
Yes, Sir Teron.
Oh,
I'm new
yes.
Kamal.
Okay. My friend,
I'm, I'm, I'm I'm greeting all of you.
thank you. Thank
Great.
you.
Oh, I
Uh,
wanted I want to introduce myself, the other members.
please.
Oh, my name is Midowala Somali Buntu. I come from Somalia. Nice to meet you, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice to meet you as well, sir.
You have been with us for some time now, right, sir?
Sorry?
You have been with us, and we have been working on some things in the past, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Will you, if you don't mind, will you share to those who may not have been around at the time what we were able to do for the people that found themselves in dire situations? Uh, they had a need for water and food, and how we were able to get members in our group to volunteer to donate money, and how that made their life better.
Eh,
Could go on.
I
Hello.
remember.
Oh, you do? Okay, wonderful. Okay. Dr. Cook, do you care to share if in fact you were able to do it this week, or if not, uh, what are your feelings about what we're trying to do as a group, if it makes sense?
What? Excuse me. I the thing that you asked us to do, I was able to do it.
Okay.
Stating that affirmation just built my confidence. Um, because I know who I am, but stating who you are, like Mrs. Sims says, it's an affirmation, and when you're telling yourself something, and your psyche, it works with your psyche. And just like I tell my daughter a lot of times, you got to basically say, I'm I'm building the image and likeness of the creator of God. And when she's doing things in school, you ask of God whatever it is that you desire of your heart, and He will give it to you. I'm saying
Yes.
it's in the word, and you can't deny yourself anything when you go to the creator, because He said what He's going to do in His word. And you have to reaffirm and ask and speak it, and it's going to be done. And so uttering those items that you ask, because I never thought about saying it 2 times at night and saying it first thing in the morning, it just built my self-confidence and who I am as an individual and as a child of the Most High God.
Beautiful.
Amen.
Yes. Clarence out in Texas, sir, if you can, if you're listening, and if you went through, if you did, or if you didn't, that's not a problem. But do you have anything you would like to share with us? If you would, please unmute yourself. Okay, you may be away and doing something else. Midiagal. Uh, and I know I don't pronounce your name correctly, but I appreciate that you still acknowledge me. Uh, did you, by any chance, during the week, repeat what we asked for twice at night and twice in the morning? Are you still there? Midiagal? If you could unmute yourself. Okay, so we're having,
Maybe he has a bad connection.
yeah, and that can happen.
Yes.
Okay, so from Mr. Ross, what you share with us, Ms. Sims and Dr. Cook, what you have shared. Uh, Let me tell you what brought this idea up. It goes back to 1986, when I was in Tallahassee, Florida, living there at the time. There was a newscast taking place on, I don't know what major channel it was. But anyways, there was some starvation taking place in Sudan. And the reporter was walking through the villages. And there was a lady, and I can remember it as if it was yesterday, sitting with her head outside of the tent. And she had such a beautiful smile on her face. And she said, God will take care of me. I know this. While everybody else was starving, she had that profound faith that I had never seen before. And if you looked at her, you saw the conditions she was living under. You would have ignored her faith that she had. But adding that, what I experienced when we helped the people in Somalia who was in need of food and water, uh, we were that little faith that the earth gave them, that we provided to help assist them. But now their circumstances probably might still be the same. But I believe that specifically in a Kibalon, that the native people who live there have really truly forgotten who they really are. The impact of being colonized and being told who their creator was, and all these things that was pushed on upon them, and through the generation of those things being repeated, recycling back and forth. Uh, I think they fail to understand that when the creator made them, they are the first humans that was made in his image and likeness. And if you remember, what we discussed last week, if a parent would walk into a group of kids, they would know how to identify their children instantly. They would be able to distinguish them. But take those same kids and to identify their parents, they may not be able to know their mother and father. Like we got in America today, we got a lot of kids don't know who their father happens to be. But the point is, I believe that there's been a total disconnect by Native Africans to the point, in fact, if they understood that their skin color, which a lot of them bleach their skin to get lighter, and whatever reason they do that for, I don't know because I haven't asked anybody, but they're trying to look like something that they're not at this time. And something came into me in spirit this morning, and hopefully through the course of our meeting, I'll share it with you. But uh, I have to ask myself, is God pleased with us when we try to change who he made us to be? You know, when if God presence come into each of us, our individual lives, and God come to me and said, Tyrone, you were born to be as you are and not to be something that you're not. And this reflective of skin color. I'm not, as you see, that I'm a reflection of all the stuff happened in my generations before I came to the earth, was brought into this body. Uh, but I have nothing to do with that, obviously. But for instance, Native Africans, like in Nigeria, 70% of the females bleach their skin. 70%. Uh, what are they trying to become for which God made them to be? Um, and I don't mean to sound harsh, but uh, the wearing of wigs that I see a lot of our black females do, and all the long hair, silky hair. Uh, that's not what God created, in my opinion. And as a result, and I'm not trying to target anybody, so don't get me wrong, but I do know the last time I looked at the numbers, that represents $10 billion that's spent on the earth every year towards skin bleaching and wearing wigs. $10 billion. That's a whole lot of money. And look, guys, we are self-perpetuating this stuff with maybe showing our lack for a lighter skinned female or a female with long hair. So naturally, the female has the desire to be beautiful, but she's automatically beautiful by the fact that she's born, in my opinion. But I guess if you guys think it's worthwhile, I'm trying to get to making a point. If people can see themselves for whom they are and love themselves, the way God loved us naturally, you don't need to change. But I think you have to come to understand who you are in the eyes of God and who you could never be uh, if you try to make yourself something that you're not. But if you can love yourself, and knowing that He made you who you are in His image and likeness, what greater love could you achieve before you cease to live? And I hate to say this, guys, but and my wife told me all the time, you shouldn't say things like that. But 100 years into the future, we're not going to be here. Let's be honest. And I hate to say it, but Tyrone McClain, everybody in this room will not be here 100 years into the future. We're really spirit flesh beings. That's who we really are. And so I see nothing wrong in our life if we can make a more spiritual connection than the flesh connection. And if we can connect to the strength of the spirit more so than the strength of the flesh, I think we could live a more happier life. I think you'll see people not wanting to change how they look. I'm not saying a person shouldn't add things to their body to uh, makeup and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. But to change your overall look to be something that you're not. Because once you put those wigs on, you take them off, whatever things you do to your body, and it's you have to come back to being who you really are. But this is just a conversation that I want to have with you guys. Go on, Mr.
But
Ross. I think I can
but
see you with something you wanted to share.
we don't have we don't have the platform that, put it broadly, the colonizers have. in Africa, in the States, uh, what do you say? How we don't have the media. We haven't got the television media. We, as far as the what do you say, used to be radio. Uh, we really don't have we really don't have that. They push, what do you say? Our value systems, our values come from what they constantly put in our heads. Uh, we're getting more away from religion. Um, like you said, the a lot of young people don't have that association with their fathers, the mothers running the household, and many times mothers want a man. Okay, uh, so and how to raise a boy right into a man is difficult, especially with everything that's out there. That's where you say that, hey, shoot them up. I'm from Chicago, right? And to be in what you say, to be in Chicago, you've got to be very careful. Whites, what you say, we don't see whites as our problem. We see us as our problem, basically because of, hey, I listened to what's his name, the man in black, the white man in black, Johnny Cash. Okay, what do you say? I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Okay, we have people like that too. Okay, where you say, hey, you've got those shoot 'em up games on TV. I mean, not on TV, on the box. Okay, and that's many times the mindset. I know once I listened, made a point, just kind of as I'm driving in the car, and there's some rap music on, heavy rap, and you start to, let's see about if I get into this, and you find out, yeah, yeah, boom, 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 boom. Okay, it tends to activate you on the violent side. You're not, what do you say? Christian values are out there. Street values are in here. And for others getting out of the car, they're still out the car with the street values. Now,
Got you.
I'm done.
Thank you, sir. Midiagal. And welcome, Mr. Nimante. Midiagal, you have your hand up, sir. Please
Thank you.
unmute.
Thank you for
Yeah. All right. Midiagal, please unmute yourself. Could you unmute, please? Okay. Sonia, your hand is up as well, and thank you for raising your hand.
Yes, I wanted to piggyback on was that who was just speaking?
Mr. Ross.
Mr. Ross. I wanted to
Yeah.
piggyback on what he said. We don't have the platform. And if you've ever heard of, has anyone on the Zoom heard of the Seven Mountains?
I have not.
Whoever
Please.
controls those seven mountains rules the world. And in this situation, you were talking about the women wearing wigs and bleaching their skin. It is the media. The media shows everybody what they want you to see. Beautiful, fair-skinned European women, because they own the media, and more so in this Trump era, because Trumpism is in media, arts, and entertainment. Well, I won't say entertainment. They're trying to conquer that, but they've got all of the media now. So we're going to see what they want you to see. ABC, all of those. If you ever investigate those corporations, their pockets are deep. Another mountain is education. Who has that now? Trump. And the lady who's over it was over the world wrestling or whatever. How did that come to be? Another one is science and arts. JFK. Think about it. Those 7 mountains that I encourage everybody on this Zoom to research those 7 mountains. Look at those mountains and see who is at the top of that mountain. They're in control. Even religion. I think religion is one of those mountains. I know education, arts and entertainment, the media, and there would be what, 4 others? I can't name them all right now, but I encourage everybody
Politics.
to research. Politics may fall under, well, anyway, just research those 7 mountains and think about it. Who controls those 7 mountains now? And that's what the gentleman was saying. We don't have a platform.
Very true. Very true. Mr. Media Gal, your hand is up. Would you please unmute? I'm sure you want to say something. He may have difficulty.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, go on.
I feel some this, but now I'm ready. Oh, first I'm greeting you, and me, I want to return back. I want to talk about the importance of solidarity. I deeply remember the theme of He Held Ourselves, Tyrone, playing a promoting role in the helping my people during the difficult time of need, the hardship. At that time of economic and social challenges, Sir Tyrone and team showed the real solidarity, providing humanitarian support and moral encouragement. Their support was not limited to tangible things, but also raised the hope of confidence of the community. I thank you very much, but their help has not become the history one, demonstrating the value of solidarity, brotherhood, and working for development of society. We thank them for their effort of and look forward to continue cooperation in the future, because the importance of solidarity is very important.
Thank you, sir.
Mhm.
Thank you, sir.
Mhm.
Mr. Ross and Sonia, Miss Sonia, Miss Sims, Romans 12:2, the very first part, it says, "Do not conform to the ways of this world." You guys are you're familiar with it, I'm sure.
Yes.
Do not conform to the ways of this world. That is a point of telling us that we have to have a built-in resistance. And that is telling us also that the world is what it is. We don't have any way to stop the world from being with those 6, 7 mountains, of how many mountains that they create. We are in a position that we cannot do anything about that, unfortunately. I'm saying I don't think we need to build another mountain. I think we need to follow the scripture. It says, "But be ye therefore transformed," right? So I think that even during that time, not in the time that we're living in, there were pressures for people to conform to the ways in which they found the world to be as it was for them even then. and even more so now, we have to resist the world. And simply our path has been shared that we should learn to renew our mind. And so the question becomes, what is conforming and what is renewing the mind? What does it mean to conform and what does it mean to renew the mind? And how does it insulate or protect us against conforming? Maybe that's a mixed question. I don't mean to do that. Ms. Sims, you have your hand up, please, ma'am.
Yes, I went on my laptop computer and I pulled up the 7 mountains
Yes.
from guests: arts and entertainment, government, business, media, education, religion, and family.
Okay.
So if you think about those 7 mountains, who is at the top of all of them?
The controlling class.
Mm-hmm. The controlling class.
Yes, very true.
And that goes back to Project 2025.
Yes. Yes.
I don't think they've captured the mountain of arts and entertainment yet, but that is their design.
It can be no question.
And I say that because of all of the artists that pulled out performing at the Kennedy Center.
Yes.
That's why Trump put his name on it. That is one mountain he's trying to conquer: arts and entertainment.
Yes. Mr. Mante, good morning to you,
Yes,
or good afternoon. Thank you for coming in.
Good evening, man.
I know you walked in, the conversation is ongoing. I know you can fit in when you need to, but if you could, before you get into talking about what we are talking about, share with us, if you will, what happened to you this week. If in fact twice at night and twice in the morning you told yourself who you were in relationship to the Creator. And if you did do so, what impact did it have on you, if there was any impact at all?
Thank you, Mr. Tyra. Greetings to everyone on the platform. I'm sorry for coming in late. I had to go for a meeting and just finish with that. I have to hop onto this one quickly. So do forgive me for the lateness. But I mean, the few minutes I've been here, I've enjoyed what is going on in the conversation, especially hearing about the mountains. And this week, I mean, what has happened to me, like you said earlier, renewing of the mind. And for me, I have renewed my mind a whole long time ago, but this week has been a reflection of what it is to renew our mind to fit into what the Creator meant for bringing us as melanin people, creating us to be in this part of the world. But one thing I have realized during my reflection is that a lot of us Black people or melanated people, we are talking too much without taking action. The reason being that, like our sister just said, there are mountains that are being controlled by powerful people. But no matter what we do, these mountains are going to be there. These people are going to be there. Are we going to still be always talking about them? Or we are going to ignore those mountains and take our own actions around those mountains? Because those mountains will never, ever, ever leave our sight or be away. They're always going to be there. So if we keep talking as Black people, if we keep saying we need to take our stance, we need to reflect who we are, we need to come together, and we always keep talking and not taking action, we're always going to be who we are as we are right now. We are not going to see no change. Why am I saying this? We are not just created in the image of God. We are the creators. We are creators in a sense that when God created man and he breathed into man, just after that, God never ever created anything again. It was now from there, everything was made by man, by us, from the garden. And we are in the garden. Because when you take two black people, you can get a white man, but you can never take two white men and get a black man. So we are creators. We are not just images of God. We are the bona fide creators the continuation of creation of this universe. So it is about time we stop as Black people complaining or talking about what has been done to us or how we've been looked down upon, and then now take upon that same knowledge and then grow and then build ourselves away from whatever they might think they are holding us with. Why? Because just this week I was talking to someone and I was asking the person, why don't you believe in Christ and all that? And it was like, oh, but even the slave ship that came to Africa to enslave our forefathers has the name Jesus Christ on it. I was like, yes, it is because there was something good in the name. That is why somebody would take it and rebuild it and present it to you to lure you and take what you want or what you have. If there was nothing in that name, they wouldn't have cornered it around and bring it to lure us into slavery. But they came here, they surveyed the place, they know the name Yeshua was here, which is in the name Africa. The name Jesus is Yeshua. So
That's
Yeshua
great.
was already a name that existed here. They know the power in the name Yeshua, and they took it, corn it around, turn it, and then brought it back to deceive us. So it doesn't mean you have to have hatred for the name, but rather have hatred for the people who turn the name against your belief. So it is about time we stop crying foul and thinking we have been downlooked, we have been hurt, we have a whole way to go, and we have to stop talking too much and rather take action.
Miss
Because
Amante, let me stop you.
yes, sir.
There's a profound change in you I'm hearing coming out of you, and I can appreciate what I hear, sir. And Ms. Sims, we also been told, and the question I want to ask everybody right now, and listen to the question, do you have the faith of a mustard seed? Do you have the faith of a mustard seed? You do. Ms.
Yeah.
Sims? We've been told what that mustard seed can do, right?
Absolutely. And I just wanted to just say hallelujah to the gentleman who just spoke. He is on point. And
Yes.
I just want to piggyback on what he said. I think we're the only race that stay in the past. Look at the Jews who endured the Holocaust. Look at the Native Americans. You don't hear them saying, you owe us this or we were done this way. And think about the all the wars that have been regarding race, like Armenia. They wiped out a whole population of people. You don't hear the Armenians today saying, oh, they did this to us, they did that to us. The Japanese people who we interned here, you don't hear them on Facebook saying, y'all locked us up in concentration camps. When are we going to get past what was done to us? Because if we hold it in our hearts as something to continue to talk about and march about, we're not going to get anywhere. The gentleman said we need action. And I think that's the whole point of your Zoom, Tyrone. Action.
Okay. I'm so elated, and I see Mr. Ross moving around. I can tell he's being inspired too. Uh, Dr. Cook, you can't sit in and be quiet, so shine a little light to our soul, if you will, Dr. Cook, where you are with what you hear being discussed. If you're there, Dr. Cook, if you can unmute
I'm
yourself.
here. I was
Okay.
just listening. I was just listening. I heard what Amante and Mrs. Sam said, and I somewhat agree with what they're saying. But the thing is, if we don't talk about it and educate the children that's coming behind us, they will never know. And see, someone has to be held accountable for what happened to us because we don't know a lot of our history. So we can't just be pacified, just pacify everything. Um, we don't have to linger on it, but we got to teach our children what happened because I'm one that didn't know my history. I went on what I learned in school. So now I'm learning what actually happened. And and I see that I need to do my research. And I'm saying the other people, they don't continue to say anything about what happened to them in the past because they have been reparated.
Yes,
So
it's true.
that's the biggest thing. We have not been reparated. We haven't received any type of reparations. So that's I agree with you all to a point, but to another point, I have to say we got to keep teaching and what has happened. Um, People are not really teaching like they should have because they are afraid that something's going to happen to them. They're not going to achieve whatever they want to achieve because they're being placed in that particular box of people that complain all the time. So I'm just okay on my job. I'll just use myself as an example. On my job, I spoke up for being for righteousness for other people. People are being discriminated against. And the thing is, at the place where I used to work, it had a lot of hard history before I came there, before a lot of Blacks came there. And the thing is, we didn't know all of this, but when it started happening to us, that was an awakening. So, and the same thing is going on in our history. If you're not taught anything, you will not be aware of it. And when a lot of the other groups, like you said, they don't complain anymore because they are being recognized and respected. A
Yes.
lot of us really don't have that respect unless we're doing for other people and not saying anything against them. But I just feel that us as a people, we don't have the respect we deserve because we built this country. And we're not, if we don't start standing up and being unified, we're going to continue to be disrespected and not acknowledged. And whenever you put anything in anybody's face in regards to what they did and the way they constantly treat us now, they don't accept it. They don't care. They may nod their head, but in actuality, they really could care less. That's all I'm gonna say at this time.
Thank you, sweetheart. Now there's three hands up at the same time. I don't know who was first. Please forgive me. But Nimante, Sonia, was she first? Be a gentleman, guys. Mr. Ross, you had your hand up. Sonia has her hand up, and Nimante. Who was next?
I think Mr. Ross has it first. So
Oh, see, there you go.
Thank
Mr. Ross,
thank you,
shoot, my
because
brother.
I didn't know. But as far as the other groups, Armenians focus on what happened to them as far as the Ottoman Empire in Turkey. Matter of fact,
Yes.
uh, J.D. Vance just a few days ago had mentioned um, that situation,
I saw.
and he had to be kind of careful or something with the term of genocide. Okay, so the Armenians, bam, the the Jews. We're hearing more about, hey, you better not be anti-Semite. You better not say anything kind of close, or you will lose your job. They focus on the Holocaust and say, what is it? Never again. They put it to their youth constantly. Never again. Japanese Americans. When I was in college, I had Professor Japanese. He was in World War II, right? Family was interned, but he and other Japanese, in order to show that they were good Americans, and he was, what do you say, sent to the Pacific, and he was an interrogator. Would he interrogate? He'd interrogate Japanese. And as you say, yes, those, they received reparations. Our history, we we get nothing. Said they don't care about us. Uh, and true, we have to get ourselves together. We get ourselves together, then we'll have respect among ourselves. We wouldn't have a violence among ourselves, and others, even though we may say we don't care about their respect, but respect carries a whole lot of weight, a whole lot of weight. And a lot of us just don't respect ourselves.
Beautiful. Nee, who was next? I'm gonna let you be the arbiter. Who was next? Was it Sonia or yourself?
I'll go ahead.
Okay.
Kudos to everything Mr. Ross just said. And I want to ask the question to the group. What is the definition of reparations? Is it monetary? Because I don't think the Jews got a monetary reparation. So I guess we need to talk about what is reparations. The Armenians didn't get any money either. I mean, their people to this day, I mean, they recognize what happened during that genocide every annually, but did the people get money? And I guess I'm just asking what is meant by reparations to African Americans.
I'm gonna leave momentarily. I got a T-shirt I want to show you guys that I had made, and it may make sense. So let me step away, and I'll be right back. Okay? But please, everybody else who care to answer a question, please do so.
Idea, if I may, in what you say, reparations has, basically it means repair, right? To repair.
Beautiful.
We've been damaged and we have never been repaired. We're still messed up. What do you say? At one point, I was at a I was at a bar in Seattle, met this sister at the bar and talking, and she said something like, all blacks are basically uh, dysfunctional. I did not understand or really what she was saying at that time. But as time goes on, you realize who we are. Are we are we Americans? Are we the African in America? How we can change conversation from we're talking to each other. This is how we talk. Yeah, man, what's happening? Hey, ain't seen in a while, okay? To where when you're at the job, oh, good morning, Kent. It's been a pleasure. Hope you had a wonderful weekend like we did. Okay. It's like, whoa, you're We live in different worlds trying to fit in. Reparation isn't giving African Americans something
For
a little
nothing.
bit higher, a little bit higher for nothing. It's
Here's the
not
back.
giving African Americans something for nothing.
Here's the
It's
back of the shirt.
it's the nothing African Americans receive for doing every something, almost everything. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Did that make sense?
That does. I'm sorry. Is someone else speaking?
Go on.
I'm sorry. That absolutely does make sense. And I want to go back to the example. I'm not sure who brought it up. Uh, the Great New Deal, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, when you mentioned that money was given for people to uh, be able to raise children without the man in the house. Was that you, Tyrone?
Oh no, I didn't say that, but that was underneath President Johnson, though. The Great Society. But yeah, I didn't say that, but I'm familiar with it.
So I guess what the point I'm trying to make, that did not help our race.
It wasn't intended to help.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
So I guess
yeah,
that's why I'm bringing up what is reparation. And I love Mr. Ross's
yeah,
explanation is repairing
yeah,
the
yeah.
group that was marginalized.
Correct.
Um,
Mr. Nee, Dr. Cook, I'm sorry, then Mr.
I,
Mante,
I just
please.
wanted to respond to the three main groups we were discussing as far as reparations. The Japanese received reparations after the World War II internment camps. Native Americans received reparations. The Jewish community received reparations after World War II. Um, and it basically advised that the Native Americans, the African Americans who built this country, they've never received any type of reparations or repair. So I just wanted to answer that particular questions. And this was monetary amount that they received. That's it for regards to reparations.
Brother Mante, please, your hand is up, sir.
Yeah, Tyrone, I want to say this. You know, it looks like every conversation that has to do with Africans liberation or whatever has to do with it always centered on those who are away from the motherland. Why am I saying this? Because if you're talking about reparation and all that, then it means that those who have been taken from here, from the motherland to the Americas or wherever they are, I mean, the compensation or whatever to them. But the question is, those of us here, have we come to terms with whatever happened to us? People, our fathers who were supposed to stay here, care for us, were taken away. And nobody's, I mean, when the conversation is going on, nobody seems to look back to the motherland. But this is my issue. This is why I said it is about time we stop asking for those kind of compensations and then see the way forward instead. Because the more we talk about it, the youth that are coming pick up that anger and they keep running with that kind of anger. But if the generation now turns around and stop talking about it, the newer generations to come will have nothing of pain in them to talk about those things, and then they would let go of it and then look at the other side. Fine, let's say this thing happened, our forefathers were taken away, all this thing happened to them, but it has enhanced education, it has brought a whole lot of stuff, which now it has brought enlightenment, and that is why today we are even here talking. So if all these things can be factored in our channel in the right way, then we can take off our mind from hoping that they reparate or whatever compensation they have to give us, and rather concentrate on building the African, the African mother home, or like the motherland, because, like Mr. Ross was saying, respect is earned, it is not demanded. You can speak and speak and demand that they do whatever they have to do. If we as Africans don't respect our own self, people come from America and come to the motherland and they treat other African natives here as if we are nothing. And you expect other people to give you whatever compensation you're looking for, it's not going to happen. But if we look at ourselves and give ourselves the respect we have to give ourselves, then now we can eradicate this pain from among ourselves. And now we can grow from there and not even need whatever they have to compensate us with. Because at the end of the day, it is about us and letting go of our pain, which has been there for ages. Until when are we going to say no more to those pain? Do I have to grow for my generation, my children and children's children to come and still be harboring this pain? No, we have to let it go. Whether there is reparation or whether there's a compensation or not. We have to come to terms to understand that what is gone is gone. If you have something holding on to, you can never receive anything. But when you let go of what is in your hands, that is when you can open up your hands to receive something else. We have to let go as Black people. If something would have been done, they would have done it long ago. And it shouldn't be that because of whatever is happening in America, the whole of the African continent doesn't need to wake up. No, we need to wake up from the motherland as well. Even up to now, Africans cannot travel within themselves, go to the nearby countries. That is what we should be crying for. When we are able to unite, I can pick up I don't even need a passport. I can just pick a car and go to Benin from Ghana, can go to Cote d'Ivoire from Ghana, can just travel to Nigeria and back in the same day. Then we know we are one. But I have to go and queue for visa before I get to Nigeria when I'm still in Africa. What kind of reparation are we looking for? We are hating ourselves and we are hoping that somebody else makes us free. It's not going to happen. I mean, that's my take. If we need something being done, we need to love ourselves. We need to unite ourselves. We need to have a borderless motherland. Then anytime you wake up from the America, you can easily enter Africa without thinking of a visa to Nigeria, a visa to Ghana, a visa to Benin. No, you should just have your time to enter into your own motherland. And that is when we can say we are one. And when that oneness comes, then we can speak one language to be able to have we don't even need their compensation. We just need ourselves. We just need the knowledge we have acquired from all those pain they've cost us to come and grow with us. And then we can have whatever peace and freedom we want to have. That is it.
Nee, I hear future president of Ghana speaking, if you don't mind me telling you that. You have evolved, brother, and I hear it in your voice. I hear it in your vision. You've really evolved since I first met you, but I'm grateful to that. There's two hands up, but then what I want to do is the next is move into what we will try to do as a group. But I think, Sonia, you had your hand up first, and then Mr. Ross. If I'm wrong, please don't
Yes.
get mad at me. Okay, Sonia, please.
I'll just be real quick. Mr. Monte
Yes.
was on point because I had no idea that people in Africa could not travel from one country to another. And that's by design to keep us separated. And the last thing that I wanted to say, this generation's Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they don't care about slavery. That is so removed from them. And if we keep talking about it, sure, they need to know the history, but the history I think we need to focus on is how far we have come. The awesome Black people that have made a difference in this world, the doctors, the scientists, etc. And I just wanted to say we just need to stop talking about slavery and reparations and focus on what we do going forward.
Beautiful. Mr. Ross? Mr. Ross, you're next, sir.
Yes, yes. What what you said about the Generation Z, it's like I've been noticing heavily this past week about what's that? Uh, Foundational Black Americans. Okay, what is it? What? Foundational Black Americans are almost pretty well anti-African, anti-Caribbean. Um, it's a bad, a bad situation. What do you say? If you're Pan-African, uh, Afrocentric, this new group, the foundational Black Americans, are wait, they're divisive. Okay? And what Manti said about the borders, okay, yeah, I'm familiar with the borders, and we know what was going on uh, in South Africa with xenophobia, right? The 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 South Africans are many of them having problems dealing with Nigerians that's there, dealing with those from uh, Zimbabwe that would come in where you say they're trying to take care of business. Hey, burn their business. They don't mess with the Indians. They don't mess with the whites. It's black. It's black on black. Hey, we have a lot that we need to get together.
Okay, wonderful. Sonia, did you want to shine back in again?
No.
Okay, okay. All right, so look, let's advance the discussion now. I think we've all gone through a week, and I've been doing it for a month or so now with defining who we are. And Nee, I love how you said that we are not just on the earth by mistake or by accident. We are purposely put on the earth by the Creator, and we should have a closer relationship to the Creator than any other human species on the earth, but it doesn't exist. So, that being said, uh, I would like to, before we launch something out, is have our next meeting to discuss how we can develop plan to launch out the concept to have other members to participate, and not only the other members, but I think it's imperative that we reach our young kids at an early age and tell them the same thing. Because when you think about it, we all are born into the life that we're living now. And I learned how to walk, talk, crawl, all those wonderful things I learned, but I didn't learn at the time of a young age who I really was. I didn't learn about the spirit element of life. And I've been thinking about this. If my mom and dad would have told me, son, do you know that you're created in the image and likeness of the Creator at an early age? If that was embedded into my thinking, do you think that our young people would be killing each other now if they know that? And we got black on black crime issues here in America, Nate. But do you think that they would pull that gun out and shoot another black person as they do so freely if they knew that they were killing what God created? I don't think they have that in their foundation of thought. So I would hope that we can have another meeting and everybody comes prepared with how we can put together a program that we can launch out to the members at large. And it would have to be a program where we consider the following. First, tell the members what we're asking them to do, give it a shot. Then we need to do follow-up emails or texts or posts in support of that, either scriptures or wonderful concepts like Nee was talking about, as a constant reminder to get everybody in the group who decide to participate to get on board with it. Okay, so maybe we'll do different little videos with members of the group coming in. We'll post that out, sharing something inspiring, so it will keep everybody focused and on target with that. You guys in agreement with that? Is everybody okay?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
when could we schedule the next meeting? And again, the purpose of the next meeting is to come to develop a platform. And Sonia, I'm looking at you because you have such great abilities and your knowledge is just incredible to help launch this program. And then what I don't want the program to be is a one single person, to be honest with you, because I want different persons at certain times to come in. And it gives the member a broader view that it's not just one person that's pushing this. We got multiple people coming in, all in support of the same concept. Does that make sense? Mr. Ross, I see you're looking. Go ahead, brother, please.
I just need to know more what we're looking for,
Okay.
and I'm ready. I'll be
Oh,
ready.
okay. Well, we're looking for mainly is to start the concept with everybody in the group who care to participate. There's going to be some people say, "Oh, it's against my religious belief," and I do understand that. We're not going to force anybody. It's a voluntary, easy do thing. It's not where you take classes and you go through this stages. It's merely simply making everybody know who they are by them identifying to themselves their relationship to the Creator. But then we want to come in. The thought is that we come in and we have different persons of this group that post something out in support of what they're doing. So that will create an encouragement and that will create multiple views. So the individual will see, oh, yeah, Dr. Cook said this. So she's doing it too, or Nimante, or Midigal and Samaya had comments. And we got a gentleman that did not join today, and I'm sure in the future he'll be here. Mr. Gay, he lives in the Gambia. He's a very brilliant person, one of the many that we have. But the more people that we get that huddles together in this group of what we're doing, it's like a football team. The guys come into the huddle and they all discuss about what they're going to do and they're going to do in the next plays, and they go out and they execute. That's the concept. We don't want to make it just a single person being like, oh, yeah, well, let's see what he has to say. I think my idea is that if we have multiple people chiming in throughout the course of the period that we establish doing this whole concept, I think it might be more effective. Now, I'm saying that, but I'm also asking for comments. Please.
I don't mean to interrupt you guys.
Shoot.
This is I've been listening, and I wanted to come. I heard you mention my name, Tyrone, but
okay.
I was in an awkward position. But I have enjoyed the communication and conversation today, and I'll be a little more attentive. Okay.
No problem, man. Listen, you're here, and that's important. So no problem. But listen, Clarence. So you agree that next week, if that's okay with you, or if that's okay with everybody, not just you, that we could come back together?
That's
okay.
fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
And so it would be that you come back, maybe you have some ideas that you think of through the week that, oh, yeah, maybe we can do this, we can do that. And then, Sonia, I'm going to put you in charge, if you don't mind, ma'am, because I think you have incredible abilities to kind of get the whole thing organized. And then if you could present it out to the group. And again, I don't want to be the person pushing this stuff because I'll be part of it. And that's what I don't want it to be, just a one person type thing. I want different people pushing it, and it's like a concept that's being developed, and everybody has an opportunity to participate. Would you mind doing that, Sonia? Sonia, once we kind of get the ideas in place.
Okay, I'm not sure what you're asking me. Now I won't be able to do the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
That's different. But I did want to say that we don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are groups out there, and I'll mention the Divine Nine,
Yes.
100 Black Men. There are people out there doing what your vision is.
Okay.
So it should not take, it's not going to be a strenuous task because I mentor junior and seniors through my sorority. I can tell you what we do in that program.
Okay.
It's happening in the community. I just don't think that the organizations are grabbing the youth that are at most risk.
Yeah.
I mean, who is going into the prisons? Who is capturing the elementary level children? And I guess we just need to, first of all, establish who is our target audience.
Okay. Yeah, now that's always key in developing a concept. Uh, we would have to say all the members of the Exploring the Continent of Akibalon is our target audience. And the and listen, I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi, so we have community programs for youth, but we don't have
Yeah,
such. Well, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I guess I'm asking, what is? I know we're getting ready to put something major together.
Yes.
Who is going to be the target audience? Is it going to be youth that have not been brainwashed, so to speak? At what age level?
Oh, okay. So those get into the specificities. We have to realize who is in our group. We don't have a lot of youth in the group, but we do have a lot of parents that are in the group with kids. Okay. But if the parent could, and Dr. Cook says she talked to her daughters too, I recall, if the parent in the group started and then start implementing it with their kids, then I think that would be the way to go because we can't brush it with just teenagers right now because our group doesn't consist of that. So we have to look at the people in our group. I think 70% of the people in the group are from America, and it might be a 60-40. 40% is in parts of Africa, different parts. So we'll just have to look at it from a group perspective, those who are in the group and those who care to participate. Certainly, we would like to get 100% participation, but we can't expect that. That's not realistic. But those who will participate will engineer within their
So we're
own
on.
family. Go on. I'm sorry, go on.
Understand. That answered my question. So the target audience is our group.
Yes,
And
specifically.
once they have the skills, they would take it further.
That is correct. That is correct. They will be the
Okay.
one to improvise that concept with their kids, their family members, or they might say, you know, guys, I'm doing something in a group right now and it's been beneficial to me. They could be talking to their neighbors, they could be talking to their cousins. Why don't you try this? So if we can start it and it spreads, that's part of the power there. But Mr. Ross, go on, sir. Mr. Ross,
Tell
you
me,
need to go on.
yes. Tyrone,
Yes, sir.
did you listen to that sound tape that I sent you about 5 minutes long? Uh, Almost sounded like a NPR broadcast about an audacious plan.
I will be very honest with you. I don't recall it, sir. I have
Okay,
not. Okay.
okay, okay. I sent it to you. Uh,
Okay.
still listen to it,
Okay.
and I need, what do you say? I need your help. And Sonia, what do you say? When you mentioned sorority, uh, I need your help also. And if I could get your email, um, that would give you a better idea of some aspects of what I'm talking about.
Okay, sir, I'll put my email address in the chat.
All right,
Mr. Ross, when did you send that to me, sir, if you don't mind me asking? And I
let's
get a
see.
lot of emails from people.
I understand.
Yeah.
And let's see, messenger. Come on, man, come on, messenger, come on. Okay, Tyrone, there you are, right up at the top. And I sent it to you Friday about 12:11.
Okay. So I have to go back and pick it up from there. And then I'll
Okay.
give you a response. So what is it that
And
I
yeah,
am to expect that would be in that presentation?
The 15-year plan to move Black people to the position or better than the position that the Jews are in now.
Oh, wow. I will listen to that. Would you mind posting that into the group that we got?
I
Oh, that would be
I
great.
I could try to at least put the sound into the group.
Well,
There's
tell you what, I can
yeah,
forward it. I can forward it to the group. Okay.
and okay, and like I say, I'll send you an email that
Okay.
apparently to see the plan, I have to, what they say, hey, they're trying to open it, so, and then I have to give you permission to open it. Okay, that's something else. Okay, Sonia, that's something else that goes with the email, but it goes through
Oh,
something. What it has to do with is basically we're using AI for everything, right? We're using it
yeah.
in medicine, we're using it in pharmacology, we're using it in sales, we're using it in architecture, da 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 da. Okay, we're not using it noticeably. We're not using it for our economic development. And what I did, I put a question in and it gave an answer and is workable.
Okay.
But it also talks about the divine nine are crucial, right? The sororities and fraternities, our Black sororities and fraternities are crucial. They need, what you say, because I say we have billionaires, millionaires, thousandaires, and just some people with a bunch of money. Okay. But the question is, what's the plan? They give money to the United Negro College Fund, the Urban League, NAACP, this and that, just because. But what is the plan? And this is where you say, my thing is economic, focused economic development comes down to here's the plan. That's it.
You know, Sonia mentioned earlier, if I can chime in on the Project 2025
Mhm.
is a
Mhm.
comprehensive plan that the boys came out with. And the
Mm.
Democrats obviously wasn't, they read about it at a point it was too late, but you know, it took time to develop that plan. And now they're implementing that plan. So, footnote to all of us, we need to be cognitive how things are done and achieved at the same time. And Nimante, I love how you put it. Uh, we can develop a plan more effectively because, as Nee said earlier, who are we to this earth? Who are we to the Creator? We are His image, walking around here in His image and His likeness. So we have great power that we need to uh, reinvent ourselves, renew our mind to understand the mustard seed that we all have within us to move the mountains that we perceive that are there. Uh, we can take the impossible and make it possible. And I will leave this thought with you guys in your mind. Uh, Before the Great Pyramid, the first one was built on the earth, the first one. Do you know how compelling that individual who came up with the pyramid idea had to be? Now, I do have the name for the designer for the Pyramid of Giza, I believe. But imagine the task that he had upon him. I got an idea about building a pyramid, and I got to go and talk to someone about it. They don't even know what a pyramid is. I got to explain to them what it is. Then I got to explain to them how I'm going to get blocks that could be miles away, shape those blocks and put them into a structure and make it happen. That person had within him, and I'm going to say ideas come to single people, and a single person the idea come to they have to have that inner strength to be able to feel capable that they can convey the idea and then get people to buy into the idea. And once the idea is sold and accepted by people, then it develops into the physical structure you see it as today. So, Ms. Amante, I think you said it earlier, and I'm telling everybody, we are just as creative as the first humans were. We're probably even more so creative with all the educational tools that we've had available to us. But now we got to see, can we do our own project 2025? And not that it has to be in that name, but we have to develop a plan, is a point that I'm trying to make, that crosses all those areas that we need to cross and need, like you say, we don't have to be dependent upon uh, reparation. By the time we finish, they will be coming to us, hoping that they could be a part of what we're doing. But guys, I think I want to summarize the meeting if I can. I've enjoyed all our discussion today. I think everybody made great contributions. And so next week, is that okay with everybody? Same time, same place? Okay, Mr. Ross, Dr. Cook, Mr. Mante?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're going to come next week with ideas. And because I don't want to push this thing out and not have it fully developed. I want to develop in such ways that once we go out with it, we all know what the game plan is. And we all doing, like I said, if you watch a basketball team, you guys, even male and female, you got your different players. You got your front court, your back court, you got the center court. But they all have the purpose in mind to win. That's what I want us to do. And I'm not trying to push any kind of gamesmanship, but I'm trying to push the need for us to pull our resources together, either like baseball teams. You got what, 9 players out on the team playing? They play with the defense and offense. You got a tennis player. If you guys play tennis, you're against your opponent. And you got golf, which I played both golf and tennis at one time. I was slightly pretty good, but you have to prepare for what you're going to do, and you have to mentally focus how you can do it. Okay. So next week, 12 o'clock, right? Sonia, is that okay with you? No, you see, you won't be here for the next 2 weeks. Guys, y'all want to wait until Sonia would be available? Is that okay with you guys? Sonia, so you'll be available when is the next 2 weeks? I'm sorry. Let me look on my calendar. Sonia, you still there?
Would that be like the 28th? Because
March.
today's the 14th, right?
What day would that be, Sonia?
I'll be available March the 7th. The next 2 Saturdays, I have meetings.
So the 7th of March, we'll come back and reconvene. Oh, okay. Okay, everybody, then that be the case. We're going to close the house. I thank everybody for being in here and sharing your wonderful points of views. That is very meaningful. And so that gives us time to think about, until we meet again on March the 7th, how we would like to see this program come out. Nee, I love the spirit that I see growing in you. It's very meaningful. And Midia Gao and Samaya, you are a brilliant mind. And I want to see what you can propose. And we all look at bringing different proposals, and then we'll mesh all of those ideas and make it one. Okay? Dr. Cook, thank you for coming as always. And Mr. Ross, don't be hitting that puppy on his head, man. Guys, do y'all see his puppy? See how animals can communicate to their masters? Wow. Oh, okay. Well, everybody, if nothing else to be said, we're going to conclude our meeting for today. And I thank you guys for coming, okay?
Thank you, Tyrone.
No, thank you so much.